Hey, good afternoon. Back with the Prolific Mindset Podcast. Hope you guys had a great week, wonderful week, blessed week. Before I get started, let me say this disclaimer. Anything we're talking about on this show, we're bullshitting. We're just having fun and having a conversation. I don't want you to take it serious. I don't want you to go find Johnny Cochran. I don't want you to go find another attorney to say, well, Rick said this. We're just having conversation. We're just bullshitting around. Please understand that. Please don't take us serious. Me and my producer like to have fun. We conversate. We kick it. We trying to just shoot the shit. So disclaimer: go do your own research. Go find somebody else. But anything we're saying on here that you don't believe it. Just ride with it. But I hope you guys had a wonderful week. Hope you guys have a wonderful day today. We wanted to talk to you guys about the process of football for a lot of kids and a lot of adults and college students. A lot of people don't realize the weight that's on a kid once he started playing football. Oh, hold on, I just realized I have my earpiece in. My fault, people. A lot of people don't understand the pressure that a football player carries, especially from high school to Optimus. Now it just feels like since NIL deals come out, everybody got pressure on their kid. They feel like they got to live through their kid. They got to feel like the kid is the bankroll. The kid. Don't get me wrong. We do have sons out here that are great athletes. Also, our daughters are great basketball players, tennis players, whatever athletic. You got to understand there's a lot of pressure on these athletes. You can't keep adding on pressure. You need to be the best. You need to do this. Parents, if your ass wasn't an athlete, you don't understand. Don't look at your kid as the ATM. Don't look at your kid who's going to be famous. You're not Deion Sanders. You're not Prime. You're not LeBron James. You're not the James family. Just, keep treating your kid the same way you've been treating them since they was 1 year old. And I know some of you parents been treating your kids as soon as they came out the womb, they need to be goddamn Emmitt Smith at the site of birth. It's impossible. Kids still got to be student athletes. Kids still need to socialize with their friends. Kids need to still realize that there's a world out here that they need to enjoy and still be a kid. But I see so often that parents are pushing their kids to become something that they're not ready to take on. Allow them to enjoy their athleticism. Let them not the athleticism. Let them enjoy being a kid. I understand. I see kids graduating in December and taking their ass on to college, and then after that, they getting hit with a whirlwind because they forgot about what the goal was. And when kids graduate in December, their goal is to start playing football, not trying to socialize, not trying to fit in, trying to hurry up and get an NIL deal, trying to get money. And I understand for those who are financially strapped, I understand your goal. I understand what you're trying to do for your family. Do so, but remember, you're still a kid. Remember, you're a young adult that is growing up. Chill for a minute. Enjoy the moment. Take in the moment. When I left college and I went into the NFL, Trey Wingo came to the San Francisco 49ers facility, and he told us, you guys go through so much from being in college to the NFL Combine, Senior Bowl, bowl game, championships. You get drafted, then you hitting the ground running. You in camp. You're in a training camp. You're in the season. You're doing community events. You're doing paid events. I never took a time out to, bask in, damn, I really accomplished that. I'm in the NFL, that I really accomplished and I achieved the goal. The first time I ever did that, I think it was my third year in the NFL. We were playing the New Orleans Saints. I think 2012, 2013. We were playing the New Orleans Saints at Candlestick. Nothing like Candlestick, man. I missed that part. In the Bay. Shout out to everybody from the Bay Area. But we was playing them, and we ended up beating them. That's when they had Drew Brees. They had a whole goddamn team. And Vernon Davis caught the game-winning touchdown, I think, right over Darryl Sharp. But just inches put in there. Alex Smith pinpointed the ball into that area. And we was celebrating. We was doing all type of stuff. I grabbed the San Francisco flag, and I went in the middle of the field, and I stuck it in there. And I stood there just for a minute because I never paid attention. I said, let me just look around. I looked around. All you just see a sea of red. I see fans cheering. I hear the California Love beat. San Francisco still play it every time they win, I think. I know I've heard it before. We playing the California Love, and I sat there and I took a moment. I didn't even care for the cameras that was around me taking pictures and stuff. It was just, damn, take in the moment. You're here. You accomplished one goal. Because I understand people say, my goal is to make it to the NFL. Okay, that's it. Once you make it in, that should be one of your goals, making it to the NFL. One of your goals should be making it to college. Your other goal should be getting a college degree. Your other goal should be I graduated high school. But at that given moment, I took time in and said, damn, man, I went to combine, senior bowl, injuries, training camp. Back then, we had two-a-day training camp. So coming in 8 o'clock in the morning, already doing nutcracker drills, and then coming back again in the afternoon doing the same damn drills, that was hell. But it was an experience because I had a chance to be coached by Mike Singletary, one of the 85 Bears great and one of the greatest linebackers ever in Hall of Fame coach also. So it was a blessing to be coached by him, and also being on the team with Isaac Bruce, Patrick Willis, Takeo Spikes, Justin Smith, Nate Clemmings, Dre Blythe. I was on a team with a lot of old heads, but some guys that could play some damn ball. And I understood how to guide somebody young like me into the professional level, because I'm just walking around looking at how they moving and I paid attention to that. But back to what I was saying, take in the moment, guys. Take a breath. Athletes, I'm telling you, take a breath just for 1 second. When you achieve a goal or you feel like you got to the next standard, say you win a state championship, say you made player of the week, say you're ballpark player of the year, take 1 second and breathe. When you're accepting the award, don't just accept it. Sit there, look around, look in the room, look at the camera, look at the people, look who's there. Just take a moment. Don't be in so much of a rush, take it and want to go up there and say a speech. Hey, and always saying the first word, I want to thank God for everything. We know God was in this. We know God got you to this position. But just sit back, take a moment, and bask in everything that's going on. Because I didn't do that until I got in the NFL, and I wish I'd take that moment. So I tell athletes, I'm telling you now, take a moment, chill, relax, kick your feet back. You don't have to grind every day. I don't care when I hear people talking about, oh man, I grind 7 days a week, I grind 365 days. Bullshit, bro. You got to take a break. This has to take a break. This has to, because now of late, I've seen a lot of guys that play football with me is dying. They're dying some type of way, whether it's health, whether it's mental, whether it's brain, whether it's physically. They're dying some way, shape, form, or fashion. And I don't want you guys to go down that same road because it's happening too fucking often. And the NFLPA opened those doors to us to get body, mind, and soul done. Old heads, former NFL players, make sure you go on the NFL Player Trust, make sure you go on the NFLPA app and get your body examined. Get your body examined. They got the Breakfast Club at the House of Athletes with Brandon Marshall joint. They got Pete Bomarito, and they got the Breakfast Club where guys can go and work out at. Make sure you take care of your health. Not just physical. We used to using this, but we also got to take care of this too. We also got to go take checkups. We also got to keep, doing that, because longevity, a lot of our ball players now living to see 40. Back in the day, boy, our parents were living to see 70, 80, 90. Think about it. How many people you know in your family or somebody you know that's living to see 90? How many people you know that's living to see 80? And as football players, we get old quick. When we in our 30s, they telling us our body beat up to like 40, 50 years old. Just imagine going to get an IUL or a whole life insurance policy, and people are telling us, no, we can't give it to you. We don't want to insure you. And it's like, damn, why? When I was in the NFL, I was backed by Cigna. So why can't I get a whole life policy? Just because they know we're dying often and we're dying young. And I don't want that for athletes. So take your time out. Go on vacation. Kick it with your friends. Kick it with your family, your loved ones. Kick it with the people who appreciate you, who look at you as you, not you, the athlete, not you, the football player, not you, the basketball player, the volleyball player, the golf, the soccer player, you, the athlete. You, the kid who raised up from birth all the way to whatever age. Enjoy yourself, man. Take some time out. Appreciate that. You're not Jerry Rice. You're not Ronnie Lott. You're not Terrell Owens. You're not all those dudes that, swear to God, they worked out all the way 365 days. Peyton Manning and Tom Brady didn't even do that. Work out every day. There's no way you're going to tell me that. But when they did, they mastered the craft of working out and seeing what they focus on. A lot of people take care of their body. People spend $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 just on their body and their mind. I understand everybody ain't got it. Everybody is not strapped to be able to do that, but you got to do something. You got to decompress. Everybody got to find that time to decompress. I know when people who go to work, when they come home, they still got to be a parent 24 hours at night. Just take that time, breathe, take a deep breath. People don't understand how important taking breaths are. We didn't realize that until COVID, when your ass couldn't breathe, or you started your airways was being cut because of COVID. take time. Just take a deep breath. Take a few deep breaths. Don't put your phone down. At least spend 15 to 30 minutes. I know you had to hear this somewhere on social media. 15 to 30 minutes just in silence, dead silence. No phone, nothing. Allow your mind to decompress. Allow your mind to, get all that stuff out of it and, just relax. Just go back through your day. See how could you improve, see what you could have done, see how you could have done better, and then just let it go. Let it go. Just sit in that room quiet. And I understand some people will go crazy just sitting in a quiet room. That says a lot. Because you in your own home, you in your car. I know people that will drive. I know I'm old, and I'm not saying it's old, but as you get up in age, people will drive and not even turn the damn radio on. You hear the engine, you hear everything. You probably hear the AC on, but you will not turn the radio on because that tells you your mind is searching for peace. Your mind is searching for, I just want to be calm. I don't want to hear music. I don't want to hear this, especially when I'm in the gym. I hate when I come in the gym and I ain't got nothing against rap music. Love rap music, but I love all music. I love reggaeton. I love anything I can salsa to. I love country music. Hell, if you teach me how to the square dance, I'm going to get right with you. It's only going to take me about 2 or 3 tries to learn how to get that square dance. But when I get it down, I'm kicking it with you. But at times, I just want peace. At sometimes, I just want something to feed my mind. And I think we don't take time out to feed our mind. Something positive, not something negative, not the Housewives of Atlanta, not Kim the Kardashians, not Cardi B, who she's dating, why she's pregnant. Just feed your mind with something. Go read a book. Go read something. Get a glass, I'm not promoting drinking, but go and get yourself a glass of wine, not the bottle. And I already know it takes 4 glasses. Don't ask me how I know that, but I know it takes 4 glasses to knock out a whole wine bottle. Take your time. Just get you a glass of wine, chill, just decompress, take a little moment to yourself. It's about you at this moment. When you're decompressing, it's about you. You want to be selfish at that moment because you're putting time into you. If you're not right, the household ain't moving. If you ain't right, the workspace not going. Now the people, you get an attitude with people just because they said, hi, hey, how you doing? We need to get used to saying that to one another. Hey man, how you doing? Not just saying just saying, hey, how you doing? No, how you doing, really? How your mental is, how your physical is. Everything cool, shit straight at the crib, at your home, at your workplace. Are you okay? Because if you're not okay, nothing is going to be okay. It's just like our wives, our moms, any woman that take care of the household because they're usually the caretaker of a home or their own home or their wife or their girlfriend or so on and so on. They need time to themselves. All women need time to themselves. Even if they coming from the workplace, they coming from working out, you need to allow that woman, men, to decompress. Let her chill for a moment, because if you don't, you're gonna get a whirlwind from a woman. Ain't nothing like the fury of a mad ass woman or a woman that can't get her mind together. And we ain't trying to have the diary of a mad black woman inside our household or just a woman in general. We don't want to have that. So we give her time to breathe. As men, we got to find our time to do that. Not consume alcohol because that's easy. I know it makes us feel some type of way. Or to smoke, just chill, just, sit back, relax, kick your feet up. Don't look at no football. Don't look at nothing. If you're going to look at something that's going to feed your mind, that's going to make your mind go somewhere else, away from reality. Some people like looking at old shows. I look at Martin. I look at Living Color. I look at The Family Matters. I look at Fresh Prince. I look at Jamie King. That takes me back. It got to be something that you do that takes you back to a good time, whether you hear a certain song, whether you see a certain show, or something that always triggered a mind to go back, damn, this was a good time. 95 was a good time. 2000 was a good time. This song may make you realize there was a peaceful, good time. Find that place and keep basking in it so it can help you, because what you look on the inside, you're going to show on the outside. Whatever's on the inside, you're going to show on the outside. And everybody's beautiful in some way, shape, form, or fashion, but we got to take time to love ourselves. It's cool that everybody else loves us, but I got to put love in me, because if I don't love me, how I'm gonna love everybody around me? I don't know what love is if I don't put love in myself. If I'm trying to help everybody else around me, I can't. I got to love me first. Love yourself first. Look into yourself first. Take care of yourself first. And then when it's time to deal with your kids, your coworkers, your family, your loved ones, It's more of a smile. It's more of a welcoming spirit. Because people got to understand, you got to believe in energy. You got to somehow believe in energy. You know how when you get around a certain area and it's just not right, or you get around a certain person and you think something, it's just not that way. Believe in your energy. Don't ever second guess yourself. Feed the mind and the spirit, because you're gonna always hear that little voice that sounds light as hell and it only says it one time. Listen to that. Don't second guess yourself. Hear that. If it tells you, hey, I want you to go here, don't question it. Just go there. Just go over there. If something say, yo, go go pray. Like the other day, I had a situation with myself that I was sitting on the couch and something said, "Yo, go pray right quick." And I went and prayed, and something happened at that instant I needed to see. But I can only just imagine if I would have second guessed myself for 1 second and not would have did what it said, and now I'd have missed the opportunity that was presented to me at that given moment. We got to love ourselves. We got to take care of ourselves. Health is wealth. Steve Jobs showed it the best. No matter how great he was on building computers, building phones, iCloud, and all that other stuff, if you see his last interview, he said he would give everything of Apple just to get his health back. But he didn't, because he's more worried about everything else than worried about himself. So it's not being wrong in being selfish at that moment. Be selfish. You got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself. You got to love yourself. Treat yourself. Go get you something to eat. Go to a massage. Go get yourself a massage. Go get yourself a salt bath. Go in the steam room. Go in the cryo. Take a walk. Take a walk around. Don't put no headphones or anything. Listen like that. Listen to the birds and the chirp. And I think people don't really realize that when we don't listen to sounds. We listen to sounds that's unordinary, but we won't listen to everyday sounds. Like my son laughed at me because if I'm scratching the hell out of my head, I always believe it's gonna rain. And my son be like, the hell that supposed to do? Put some grease or put some oil in it. But somehow it always end up raining and everybody look at me funny. Or when I go outside and I hear the birds chirping, or I hear the bird chirping at like 3, 4 in the morning, I know something's wrong because I lock in. Or say you can smell rain coming. And people look at me crazy. How can't you smell rain? The same way your ass smell the ocean water. You can smell that salt. Before you even get near, like right up on water, you can smell ocean water. You can smell rain just as well. Because we got to connect with the outside just as well as inside. We love to be inside our houses, but when COVID came, your ass wanted to get outside the house. And as soon as COVID went, you went right back in the house. We got to make sure our environment around us, we can be inside or outside. We can take our loved ones and be around our loved ones all day, but at times you just need a few minutes away from yourself. Whether it's woman or man, you need time away from yourself. And like I said before, like athletes, you need time away from the game. Don't think about your sport for a minute. Don't think about your craft for a minute. Think about, how can I make myself smile? How can I make myself happy? And I understand what you're doing. It's not your job, because if it's something you love to do, it's not a job. It's something that you love to do. But sometimes you need to take a break for what you love to do. Sometimes you need, like I said, you got to get away from everybody. You got to spend that silent time. Whether you do it 2 or 3 times a week, just find that time to yourself. Just step aside. Love yourself. Caress yourself. Hold yourself. Talk to yourself. Now, just don't answer yourself. Some people do say that. Don't answer yourself. Talk to yourself. I ain't say answer yourself. That's when we going a little bit head over heels. But make sure you love yourself by any means necessary, because that's the person that has to deal in this world. Go pray. Go meditate. Go say affirmations. Go just, enjoy yourself. Go for a swim, for my people that love to swim and my people that love water. Because even like when you hear the sound of water, it's peaceful as hell. Water just brings some type of peace to you. Even when you hear rain, think about it. Everybody loves when it rains. When it's gloomy and it's raining, everybody want to watch Netflix. My choice, I like to look at Harry Potter, because, it's 1,000 of them motherfucking shows. I want to look at Harry Potter and stuff, but I just want to do something to help me, because now when I go to other people, I'm going to give you the energy that I want back. But if you don't give me the energy, just remember, I'm the mirror of you. So whatever you dish out, whatever you give out, I'm going to give your ass back. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just the way I am. I don't never disrespect nobody. I come with love, peace, and happiness all the time. But back to what I was saying earlier, for athletes, take that time to yourself. Pay attention to yourself. and pat yourself on the back first. Don't look for gratitude from everybody else. Don't look for everybody to say good job and all this stuff, because you remember it's gonna be haters out there. It's gonna be people who don't like what you're doing. It's gonna be people out there that don't agree with them. They'll tell you every reason and why you shouldn't do this or why you shouldn't do that. That's the person you probably shouldn't be around all the time, because every damn thing they say, I think I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, okay, cool. That's your opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one. So if that's what they want to say, okay, cool. That's your opinion. But I still got to believe in me. The same way people believe in anything else, believe in yourself. That's why when you love yourself, you believe in yourself. Nobody can stop you if you believe in you first. If you believe in who you are, nobody can stop you, man. Nobody can go after you. Nobody can slow down your motion. You the vibe, you the motion, you the wave, you the movement. Because with your movement, you can do anything that you want. So we got to take time to ourselves. But as I was saying about parents, allow your kids to be your kids as long as they want to. Allow them to be kids as long as they want to. I know you want to go out there, run them into the ground, train every day, enjoy. If you're going to train, make sure you do the recovery. Not just only food, but, acupuncture, cupping, massage. Do anything that can repair the body, because you ain't just gonna go out there like no Ferrari, and we ain't doing the Ferrari services to keep getting it. Because as you can see in the NFL now, a lot of guys are being hurt. We just in the second quarter of the season, and we got teams with everybody goddamn out. You got the Baltimore Ravens with everybody out. You got the 49ers with everybody out. You got the Detroit Lions. I think their whole secondary was out, but they still won. So we got to take care of ourselves. And I'm only not speaking for football players. I'm just talking about athletes in general, man or woman. You need to take care of yourself, because you want to put in that performance that you imagine all the time. You want to put in that performance that you know you want. You want to put in that performance that will always be remembered. But the only way you're going to do that, baby, you got to recover. You got to eat right. Don't get me wrong. We're going to have our cheat days. I ain't saying I don't got no cheat day, but we're going to have our cheat day. But, throw a few veggies in there. Throw some stuff in there that can get your body back right. Love to eat salads. Love to eat, love to take those ginger shots, the little cayenne pepper, so you can get the cold out, the mucus out of your body, because that's how we usually get cold, because we got nothing but built up mucus, and we're moving around so much just because we can breathe and stuff we don't understand. Make sure you go to the doctor and check on your health every day, because you might have something going on that you least suspect and you don't know, because you feel like you're on the up and up, and it's usually those people that have something wrong. But I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen to you. What I'm saying is, just make sure you take care of yourself. Let's go back to it. Love yourself first. But athletes, enjoy all your moments. Take in all the accolades. Enjoy it. But don't change. Don't get big-headed. Don't forget about the people that roll with you. Remember, it's going to be people around you change. It ain't you who's going to change. It's going to be the people around you change first. That's what make you change, because them around you, they feel like because they had an ounce of some type of help in you, they feel like, well, you owe me this, you owe me that, bro. You do everything out of being generous. You're doing that out because you're a generous person. If you want to get somebody a car, you want to get somebody some money, you want to make a donation, you want to be a part of something, you want to be a part of a movement. And you're not just doing it because somebody say, man, remember when I helped you out? And some people use that guilt trip to get you to get on board. You don't owe them anything, man. You don't owe nobody anything. You didn't ask to be placed there. You didn't ask to be here. But you're in a situation that can help all your loved ones out. You pick and choose who you want to do this for. Don't do it every time, because you're going to start becoming that crutch. They're going to start looking for you to do everything. Well, you did it before. Why are you going to stop now? People checking your pockets. People seeing how you move. Now they looking at where you going to eat. Because I know a lot of people like posting shit on social media. We do. But what's your reason of posting it? Is it for stunning? Is it for showing like, yo, I got this new bag, I got this new shoe, or I'm in, Europe, or I'm at the, the fashion show, I'm on courtside of the basketball game? I think we lost the understanding that when we post, it's not to stunt. I can't speak for everybody. I don't do it to stunt. I just do it because I'm probably somewhere else I ain't used to being, or I'm enjoying myself and I just want you to see a smile on my damn face. Or I'm doing it because I have friends or family that need to see it. And now you think usually sometimes everybody posts on Facebook, they don't post on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken. Everybody show you the wild side on Instagram. And then when you get to Facebook, you got the family guy, the wife, the husband, the kid. You don't want to disappoint nobody because you're moving around. Like Facebook is LinkedIn, and Instagram is like, that's what I can say. Instagram is Instagram because we post stuff in our story, we post stuff in our close friends. We ain't gonna post too much on the thing, but people do stuff for reaction. Are you doing stuff for reaction, or are you just posting the post? Because I know people die and live by some damn likes. For businesses, yeah, that's different. I ain't telling you to do nothing out of your morals, but for businesses, I understand why you got to look for engagement, likes, comments, and all that. But as everyday people, man, it's not a competition trying to see who's the most well-known person. Because once you do that, your privacy is gone. And people don't understand. I think we forgot about that because we're so conditioned now that we forgot our privacy. Our privacy is everything. When people don't know something, that's the greatest feeling ever when they don't know some shit about you. Some people take it as a defense, like, oh man, you don't know who I am? You don't know what I do? They don't need to know. It's not meant for them. I'm not saying everybody don't know what you do. The people that need to know what you do, they know what you do. The people that's seeking for you, they understand who you are. They know what you do, but you don't have to be the person that has to show everybody to be like, I'm the football player, or I'm the biggest influence. I'm Kaiser Next. I'm Speed, or I'm Christian Ronaldo and stuff. We gonna know. Believe me. We gonna figure out who you are. People would do their homework to figure out some shit. They will do. I even know a painter. I don't know him, but I know his work is what's his Banksy, if I'm not mistaken. It's an artist named Banksy. So I'm talking to my producer now. Remember the artist that had the picture of a girl holding a red umbrella, and as soon as they hit the gallop, it was destroying?
Yeah. Yes.
Banksy.
I think it was Banksy.
Banksy. People don't even know who he is, and his art pieces are ridiculous. You know he's an artist, but you know nothing else about him. You don't know what he look like. You don't know who he is, where he live, where do he paint, how do people get their hands on his art. Nobody knows who he is. That's the type of life you want to live, being private. And I dislike people that say they private and still post shit to be all in your business. You don't want to be private. You want to show. But being private, we don't understand. That was one of our biggest things of being private. Like, people don't know what you got going on. Now, I see people raise their whole goddamn family on social media to the point I can't even call you and say how you doing. Why I need to say how you doing? All I got to do is just go through your story and see. I didn't see kids been raised up through social media and be like, damn, like, bro, I can't even say like he big or I haven't seen him. Do it once in a blue moon. And I understand some people are doing it for business purposes or to show businesses that they're family people, they love their kids, they're out doing stuff. Cool, granted. But just remember, your privacy is everything. The less people know about you, the more valuable it is. The less access people have to you, the more value you gain. But if you make it seem like everybody can get in touch with you, what's the value about it? Anybody can touch you, anybody can talk to you, anybody can reach out to you. And it's not you trying to be Hollywood or anything. It's just, you got a social battery. And I know certain people have social battery. They go out there, they can smile, they can do all this shit for so long. But once that battery hit, like your iPhone, when they get to that, I think it started doing it at 20%, and they tell you want to go low battery mode, that's where you at. You get to the low battery mode, then you get to the 10%, then you hit the 5%, and then you like, man, hey, it's time to go. Some people are like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's why you got to have friends and loved ones that know you very well. I know certain people around me that, okay, they can be around it, they can be in it for a little minute, and after that, you can see that social battery going down and be like, oh shit, they need to go and recharge. Hey, let's get the ticket, or let's leave. Let's go take this person home, because they're ready to end the night. They're ready to, get back to their bed, get back in their pajamas, look at a Netflix series. I don't know how a lot of people do it. I only been stuck in a certain series. So the last series I looked at that went like 4 or 5 seasons was Axe. Is it Axe? Axe Capital. I forgot the name. I forgot of it. It's about a day trader that he's a billionaire. I forgot his name of it. I'm gonna figure this one out. But the other one I looked before then was Suits. That was my show. I watched that damn thing from the first season all the way out. And sometimes you get caught up too. You start binge watching it. The reason I stopped looking at certain things because I wanted to focus on work. When I get that done, then I'll start paying attention to what else is going on. But when I see people just locked into shows, hey man, this is a good show. I like when people start giving me recommendations on what Netflix special to look at, what Amazon, because I don't really hear people talk about what come on Amazon. You know, Amazon is a good one. Peacock is another one. I always hear people tell me about Netflix. Somebody give me a Hulu special or something. Somebody give me an Amazon special or something. Netflix is cool. They got to come out with more things. My biggest thing was always the drug cartels. I was always big on that. The drug cartels or either, what's the mob name? What is it? Luciano. I forgot. I can't say his whole name, so please forgive me. The Five Families. I like looking at those because I wanted to see how they really moved in America, and they still move to this day. Some big dudes. The close enough I think I get to those sometimes, either like I'm be on Amazon or either I look at Tony Soprano. I look at that all the time. I forgot the name of the damn show. Oh, The Sopranos. I've looked at that so many different times. You act like I feel like I ain't even seen it the first time, but I look at it all the time. To look at Paulie or Chris or Tony or how you see the characters change from the first series all the way to the 6 or 7 series. So yeah, that's another way you can decompress too. But get your work done first on top of that. But make sure you take care of yourself, love yourself, always be with yourself. Make sure your privacy is the one thing that you take care of every day. Make sure everything that's in the house, stay in the house. Be a family. Make sure I heard this on what's the movie I heard? It was a mob movie. He said, don't ever let somebody outside of the family know what you're thinking. Keep it inside of your house. Don't go to auntie and them. Don't go to your cousin and them. And now it's family gossip. We don't do that here. We keep everything inside the household because that's how it should be. The Godfather. That's what it was. When Corleone said that to his son Michael. I mean not Michael. When he said it to not Fredo. It was I forgot what the middle brother. I mean the big brother was. He always said keep all the words and everything inside of the house, and as it should be. Another topic, and I've been saying this kind of often, hey guys, and I know I talked about this before, make sure that we sit down and we start having discussions as a family. I don't care what the topic about, whether it was have situations or what happened if somebody passed away, what happened if something goes wrong. We need to be close-knit family and not keep going outside and looking for advice, because the advice can be right here, right in front of us, inside our household. But we look at everybody else outside of the household as in they can give me good advice. They can give me good advice. But what about the people inside the household? They with you every day. They know you every day. They eat with you every day. They break bread with you every day. They sleep. I don't know if they sleep in the same room, but they sleep under the same roof as you. Why not ask them for advice around them? And if they can't give you advice, start exposing them to different things so the doors in their brain can start opening. Because I think that's another thing that we miss out in family. We don't have exposure. We want to be, when I mean exposure, going out. Let's see what different situation is. Let's have game night. Let's do Monopoly. And I done seen some damn families that shit that went left on Monopoly because somebody trying to cheat money out. They ain't want to pay their taxes on. They don't want to take their ass to jail and pay for the bailout. But the family is where it's at. We need to be close-knit. We got to be like this. Our advice and everything and people we need to look up to need to come from within our family, especially if they always set an example for us in some way, shape, form, or fashion. My dad showed me how to be a hard worker. That man still worked to the day, and I understand when they say older people, they always want to keep working because if they don't, they die off. So I can't knock him, but there was a man that woke up at 4 a.m. every day, Monday through Friday. Long as school was open, his ass was on that Dade County bus, and a lot of you guys know my dad, and he's still driving bus to this day. But he showed me how to be a hard worker. He showed me how to present himself. He always had his boots shine. He always had his uniform creased. He always had that belt in. He had his shirt tucked. Everybody know my dad. He got the S curl. He had the soul glow. If you ever looked at Coming to America, you know what I'm talking about. The soul glow. He had that out there. He even gave me that in the first and second grade. I cut that damn shit off as soon as I had it because I kept getting tired of hearing women come up to me, who did your hair? I'd be like, my dad did. Well, he did a great job on that jerry curl, and I cut that motherfucker off. I couldn't deal with it. Prime did it. Prime pulled it off. I wish I would have knew who Prime was when I was a little kid. I probably would have been still stunting it. But you see, Prime let it go. So I had to let it go too. I think it lasted 2 days. But my dad showed me what the hard working person is. My mom showed me how to take care of a home. So I just believe the household, if you got loved ones inside, and especially a lot of people are not blessed to have their mom or their dad or have both people inside the household, look up to them. Sit down, have a conversation with them. You know, ask how they doing about their day. Don't let that fall away. So I just hate that we don't embrace our families, our loved ones, our grandmas, our auntie, our great aunts. We need to talk to them because I think they're the historians. Those are people that can, tell us about back in the 1800s, well, not in the 1800s, but, my grandfather was born in 1908. I wish I'd have had the chance to really talk to him and ask him, tell me about back then. Don't tell me about when it was segregation. I don't want to hear that part. I want to hear how was the world back then. How did Miami look? How did Georgia look? How did it look for those people that traveled around the world? Because now it makes me curious. My curiosity goes off when it comes to people of that age, and still the blessing, because a lot of those people from the early 1900s, 1920, 1930, 1940, all the way up to the 50s, it's good to talk to them because we get to see what the world was like back then. I got neighbors that used to stay in New Orleans way back then, and they were just telling me how New Orleans used to be or how Jackson Street used to be. Or I got a few neighbors that's from California, or people that used to live in Texas, or how New York used to be. So it's always good to always talk to the more mature, the elderly people, and not ask them about their day, but also ask about the history, about where they was from. How Miami used to look. How do Jacksonville used to look? How did, Atlanta, Georgia used to look? How did Texas used to look? How did, New York, or how did Italy look? How did it look in Cuba? How Cuba you once were? Because a lot of the times for people who was born in the 80s, 80s we the best, but people that was born in the 80s, we don't really know too much history than what else we've been taught. And I'm realizing now as I get older, I like to self-teach myself because the stuff that I know they're not going to teach me, so I have to go search for it. I have to go I got to look at what went on when Fidel Castro, and I know a lot of people don't like it, but I'm not bigging him up, but how Cuba really was back then. If people want to know, I'm going to go down the rabbit hole. And remember, disclaimer, what I'm talking about is just for fun. One of the biggest cities in the world is in Cuba, but it's underwater. A lot of the cities in Florida, it's a lot of big cities in Florida, but they're underwater. Anybody who likes, scuba dive and, go deep down, you probably need to check that out. Besides when you're riding with the dolphins and all that, they have cities underneath. It's a lot of places that we can talk about, even in China, even in, I think it was even Hawaii, from the point from California all the way to China, it was a city called Memu, and it's underneath. So that's why it's more new lands that keep popping up. Once volcano eruption, it's a lot of land that's come from underneath water that's coming to the surface now because whatever's going on, the tectonic plates, or I might be saying the damn thing wrong, but how you say it? What type of plate?
Titanic plates.
The Titanic plates, yeah, because of the movements and how they once was. So a lot of new lands are coming up, and I didn't realize that when you start going to look at old maps from the 1400s to 1500s, you will find a lot of history that we don't talk about. Is there a reason? Yeah, but are we gonna get into it? No, you got to go do your research yourself. That's why we got ChatGPT to go do that type of search. It's just crazy that we have access to all the technology in the world that we can go find history. Even TikTok. I don't really know how to use TikTok, but now since I started typing in different stuff, I done been going down rabbit holes like crazy just with TikTok because I want to know everything before the algorithm changed, because the U.S. bought a portion of TikTok because China used to own a whole 100%. China thing probably owned 5%, but now the U.S. owned the algorithm. So now that's a big part. But on another topic, hey guys, I know it's going to be kind of a little short, but we need to invest. We need to invest. Shit is getting too expensive. Eggs are getting expensive. Pack of meat getting expensive. Going out the door is getting expensive. I understand it. Oh, go ahead.
A haircut is getting expensive.
Oh man, haircuts used to be $10, $5. Now you go
60, 70, $80 for a haircut.
You be like, yo, I just want to line up, brother. I don't want my haircut. Just because you cut a grain of hair, it's expensive as shit. I was like, don't even worry about it, man. I use my own clippers shit. Let me take my own stuff. Let me learn how to edge these goddamn things. Let me cut my dead ends off, because things are getting expensive, and people, we have to start saving money. You gotta save. Get a high yield saving account. Get a brokerage account. Get something. Just start saving. I don't give a damn if it's a quarter a day, $1 a day, $5 a day. Start saving, because things are not getting cheaper. As you can see, we got a government shutdown, and I take my hat off to all the government people that are still working, because they want to keep our country protected and safe, but they're not getting paid. And I know some people are going crazy just hanging the government workers that are not getting paid. Army, military, Marines, hang in there, man. I know shit ain't right now, but things will get better eventually. We don't know when, but it's going to get better eventually. I just need you to hang in there. Them days you want to go out and eat, start saving them only for the weekends now. You used to get your hair cut. You want to be sharp every other week. You might want to learn how to use those clippers. They got YouTube for that to figure out how to cut your hair. Things are getting real expensive, man. You got to learn how to invest. You got to figure it out, whether it's trading, whether it's buying ETFs, whether it's doing REITs. REITs is fix and flips, or either joining into a REIT is somebody else doing the work and they just need a loan. But make sure, like I said, go to a financial person, go to your attorney, figure that out with them, because everybody ain't up and up right now. Everybody's hard up for money right now. Shit is not easy. People are digging into their savings account. This is the most anybody ever dug into their savings account to just live. Is like their job is not doing enough to get them across, to keep them above water. So investing is it. You have no other choice. You gotta invest. I don't care if you gotta learn how to trade. I don't care if you gotta learn how to rent out a room. I don't care if you gotta start using your car and turn into Uber Eats and all that. I understand you gotta let that pride shit go right now, because things are expensive. I seen somebody at goddamn Costco's walking out with, I'm talking about I don't know how many goddamn cartons of eggs. And the last time I seen something like that was during COVID, when tissue was hard to get. Tissue used to cost $20-some, like for so many rolls, and now it's going up creepily. It's creeping up, and now we're in trade wars with China and don't realize majority of stuff in your house is from China. If you take out majority of the stuff in your house from China, you wouldn't have shit in there, because we sold off a lot of our manufacturing jobs overseas. Now China is the powerhouse. They the people. They don't, one of the countries that can buy infrastructure in every country. Notice the United States don't really have infrastructure bought. We have military presence, we have political presence, but we don't own infrastructure. China, you can't find a country on this earth that ain't it, probably besides Russia. And Russia and China, they the big dogs, so they stand with that. Or all the countries that are in BRICS, those are other countries like, India and things like that. So I understand why the iPhone is being built in China. But hell, the iPhone's finna start becoming $2,000 now soon, because Apple is finally catching up, or finally innovating I don't know which Android it is, that now it opens up like almost like a big ass flat screen in your hand. Now Apple is finally doing something that Samsung have done. One thing I can say about Tim Cook, he know how to sell a product, but he doesn't know how to innovate. And that was the job of Steve Jobs. But because of his health, he couldn't keep doing it. I wish he would have had a book written out somewhere that he can figure out how to keep this going, because I feel like if we wasn't so conditioned on Apple, or seeing that blue message, and most people start feeling like, why do I see a green text message? They're not an Apple user. We feel some type of way because we don't see the blue mark, or we don't see the blue bubble coming across, because we're so conditioned in the Apple. You better start opening up your mind. Start looking at what Samsung do, because Samsung is really on the top of innovating. You can see what Samsung does with TVs. You get some of the best TVs from Samsung. You can get some of the best TVs from LG. But innovation is here. It's going to keep growing. AI infrastructure is getting bigger. You see investments going across. You seeing engineers getting paid $1 billion. Just one human being getting paid $1 billion to help, whether NVIDIA, whether it's Microsoft, whether it's Google, whether it's Gemini, Chat GBT, whatever it may be, or whatever language model or something. This is the time we have to invest. We got to invest. Please invest. If not for yourself, make sure you do it for your kids. Because it's, knock on wood, we pray to God nothing ever happened to you. But if it does and that day come, think about how your loved ones would live without you being there, especially if you're a breadwinner or a person that was helping out with your other loved one to make sure that roof over your head and the clothes on the back and the food that you eating are continue to keep going. I'm just concerned. I just want you guys to invest. Go check out all, the investment shows. I always look at EYL University. I follow Red Panda. I look at the Honey Dreamt. I look at the Money Team with Chris. I keep my eye in it. I understand it's boring, but it ain't that boring. We need to learn how to invest. But I hope and pray you enjoyed today's episode. And like I said, disclaimer one more time. We do this shit for fun. Ain't none of this what we talking about is true. So please don't be hitting me on the DM. Well, Rick, you said this. I was just bullshitting. Me and my producer were just having fun talking. That's it. But I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you guys safe. Start enjoying the holidays. I understand Florida only got one damn season, and that's summer all year round. So when it get a little cool, go get your Uggs, go get your chinchilla, go get your what's the name of that damn jacket? It's a big jacket. I forgot. It's not South Pole. It's a big jacket. Damn, I'm gonna figure it out. It's a jacket that everybody used to wear, but get your winter clothes ready. When it's time to get cold, get cold. And I better not hear one person on these streets talking about it's cold outside, because it has been damn near in the hundreds every goddamn day. Today is 91 degrees. So when it become cold and it's becoming the 50s and the 40s and the 30s, let's enjoy it like we up north, like we the New Yorkers. Because the New Yorkers will come down here, and the New Yorkers down here, they'll put shorts on during that time and they enjoy themselves. But besides that, hope you enjoyed today's show. Like, subscribe, follow. You find me on YouTube, TikTok, Apple Music, Spotify, Instagram. Hit me in the DM, ask me what you want to talk about. I'm world round. I can talk about a lot of different things. Well, I do my research. I'm curious because I want to talk about some stuff you want to listen to. So with that being said, I love you guys. Have a great day. And always remember, consistent elevation causes expansion. The more you elevate, expansion has to happen. That's a prolific mindset. You have a great day, baby.